Okay. Okay, again for stress in syllable, for noun, this is the most common pattern. For nouns with two syllables, stress the first syllable. For verbs with two syllables, stress the second syllable. And if the verb have suffixes, stress the syllable before the suffix. Okay, that's the things that you just have to remember. Let's proceed to for the word. Okay, if you have this speech that you're going to have, or a message, mag-speaker ka sa inyong church, okay, then emphasize the word that is the message, okay? Kitong naay dako nga impact sa imuhang message. Ana lang. So, for the words, we have to emphasize the content words. Katong kanang mga nouns, kanang mga verbs, adjectives, adverbs, interrogatives, and demonstratives. Okay? Katong mga function words like kanang mga pronoun, he, she, na prepositions like above, on, under, na siya, dili kayo na siya gina-stress or dili kayo na siya gina-emphasize. Okay, so for example, sa phrases, in the horse. Okay, this is a content word. Ano ba yung horse? That is a noun, di ba? Name of an animal. Okay, so content word, emphasize that in a phrase. In the horse, dili siya, in the horse. I was riding in the horse. Tama ba? On the horse die. Ano ba ba? Behind the clouds. Ayan. I can see a bright star behind the clouds. Okay? You do not say, I can see the bright star behind the clouds. Kasagaran pag mag-stress ta, ginako naman na I like ganang gamay nga louder. I mean, gamay na louder. I mean, there's a bit, your voice is a bit louder, okay, compared to the normal volume of your voice. Mo na siyang pag-stress. Okay? This one, and they ran. Okay? This is a verb, so this is a content word. Okay? So, sabtan ra, for sentences, again, for sentences, you just have to stress that is, you think that is the very essence of your message. Okay? So, phrasing. Let's proceed to phrasing. So, speakers, like us, we speak, right? Kasagaran, mas musturya biyata kaysa maminaw. Bisaya accent. Wala may Bisaya accent. Okay? In English, there's only two acceptable accent. Acceptable. I mean, the standardized. So everything else is acceptable, but there are two standards, accent or standards in the English language. We have American English, okay, and we also have the British English. Muna siya ang dalawa ka standards nga English. So, ang kuan kanang sa Tagalog konyo English Bisaya, di ba wana? English Bisaya accent. Dili na siya standard class. It's only acceptable in a local, in a specific place. Okay? All right. So, let's go back to phrasing. So, when we have to break Okay, the breaking or the division of our statements into groups, we call that phrasing. Kanagong kanus aka mo muhinga. Kay lisod kaayo kung dili ka muhinga, dili ka mo post sa imuhang pagstorya. Okay? For example, I will speak, I will read this one without stopping. Speakers are most clearly understood if they know how to break or divide statements into two groups. This process is called phrasing, comments, diba? Diba? Mahutan ka og hangin, dili pa jud ka masabtan. However, we have this phrasing in order for us to breathe at the same time to convey what the meaning that we want to convey. Very important ni siya. Kay kung mali imong phrasing, mausab ang imuhang mausab ang meaning. For example, sige na mga indot nga example lang. Nalimot ko sa mga example ng mga kanagong mga kuan indot nga example. Kanina lang oh. Okay, one day, pause. Your friend approaches you and tells you, pause. Wow, what beautiful earrings you have. Pause. Then, we can surely sell that for a good price. Period. So that's phrasing. Okay, the division, the breaking of words into groups. Okay. Okay. Wait lang, mag-search sa ako og good examples.
And you said no dates. I said no such thing. Well, your mouth did. Well, your mouth better get over there and make Torvald happy. Phrasing? Regale him with exciting tales of ISIS exploits. This is the last time you make me out a fool, Len Trexler. You want to play me hard? You knew it. Well, then you better nut up. Phrasing? Because I've swallowed just about as much as I can take from you. Hey, phrasing! Don't say it. I'm in enough pain. Yeah, the entire hotel's talking about your little shaving accident. Hooray. And if you want to get slots into you, phrasing, you better start eating strudel. Major chubby cheese. And don't you want to freshen up after your long ride? Phrasing, Mother. Sorry, Cousin. It's fine. Please, excuse me. Look, Lana, don't get me wrong. Hey, it's a happy ending. Yeah, it's just a big old goddamn fairy tale. Fairy tale? Phrasing? Baby! Shut up! And Mama never liked you. Easy, don't shoot! I'm coming out!
Okay, I think dili ko maka-search. Oh, paraphrasing naman eh. Okay. All right. So, muna siya yung phrasing class. Okay, again, phrasing, that is the grouping of words in a sentence, okay, or the breath, we call it also the breath units. It's the division or the dividing of statements. Okay. So we have commas, semicolon or colons, and periods that signals a pause or a stop in speaking. So to practice correct speaking, you may draw lines kung kanus amo maghinga. Okay? Or duha ka vocal lines kung kamusta mo mag-stop. Okay? So, another example here. How could you gain something if you just sold it for what you paid for it? Okay? Another one. It is, therefore, an asset that cannot generate returns or earnings and should be considered a liability. Then pause. Okay, so that's phrasing. Any questions? Anyway, let's proceed to intonation. Ano yun? Do you have a question? All right. Wala. So when we say intonation, we have the rise and fall intonation and the rising intonation. Dalawa lang niya siya. Okay? Wala siyang common. We also have the other one that I did not include it. Ano ba yun? Ito. We have the non-final intonation. So, dinala ko na siya iisali. Let's only have these two kinds of intonation. So, in speech, yes, in speech we have this element called pitch. Pitch meaning ang kahitasan sa imong tingog. Okay? So for pitch, we have 1, 2, 3. When we say 1, that's a very low pitch. Okay? Low pitch na siya. For 2, that is normal. And 3, that is high. High na siya na pitch. Okay? So, each level na siya specific use. The low pitch is usually used to signal an end of an utterance or statement. Kanang katapusan. Diba? Isag mo po nga mo tapos ka nga taas yung tingog. So, the normal pitch is used to start a statement. So, whenever we start to talk, you should use normal pitch. Dili ka magsugod sa low pitch. Okay? So, and the high pitch is used to emphasize a stressed syllable or word in a statement or sentence. Okay? So, let's apply this one for appropriate intonation. Okay? The two basic patterns that we're going to use. The rising and falling intonation pattern and the rising intonation pattern. So, for rising falling intonation, we have this pitch 2, 3, 1. From normal to high, then to ending. That is the most common intonation that we use. Okay, the pitch that we usually utter when we speak. Okay, so this pattern moves from normal to high and then goes down as it ends. So, example. Hello? Can you hear me? Okay ra? Hello? Wala ba ako nag-stop? Okay, okay. Kay mura ay ano good siya. Internet connection is slow. Okay ra. All right. So for example, this sentence. This is my action. Okay? This is my action. Diba? Nakit na wala ninyo. Another one. Use your talent. What is your investment? We always go down sa pinaka-last. Normal sa sugod, katong stress nga word or nga na syllable ang gitaas. And then, mubalik na po pag mag-ending na. Pag ma-end na sa statement. Okay, another one. Each level has a specific use. Okay, so we have this rising falling intonation for statements, for sentences. Declarative sentences. When we say declarative sentences, those sentences that gives information. You are beautiful. Okay? Another one. The room is cold. The room is cold. Is cold. Another one. There is sunshine in my soul today. Ano to siya? Nato siya ko na pattern. Medyo may ano kasi, we have sunshine and soul as stressed words. Okay? But the same. From normal na pitch, then mo rise, kadali, then ni normal, then ni rise, then ni down. Muna siya. Normal, rise, and then down. That is rising, then falling intonation. Next, we also use rising, falling intonation when you're commanding, manugo, like, give me a cup of tea. You should give me a cup of tea. Kundi, give me a cup of tea. Tea. Give me a cup of tea. Do your homework. Study ahead. Okay? Or wipe the floor. Okay? For questions that cannot be answered by yes or no, that's also rising intonation. Rising, falling intonation. So, cannot be answered by yes or no. Like, mag-explain jud ka. Kanang ano mga questions. What is your investment? Or, what did I say wrong? Diba? Ano ba? What is your name? What is your name? Okay? So next pattern, we have the rising intonation. So this is from normal to high pitch. Dili siya mag-go down. So this can be applied to questions that are answerable by yes or no. Okay, so example, have you joined the contest? Huh? Will you marry me? Will you marry me? Ano pa ba yung mga question? Give examples. Who can give examples? Have you studied for your test? Do you have a boyfriend? Who has a boyfriend here? Oh, basta siya. Okay, not answerable by yes or no man. Who is your boyfriend? Friend. Do you have a boyfriend? Friend? Friend. Friend? Okay? Sabot? Okay. Another one. Oh, kada daw. Do you like someone? No, this is... yes. Do you like someone? Pataas. Okay? Next one is question tags. Ano ba yung question tags? Yung may tag at the very end. Okay, we have example. You must join the contest. Mustn't you? Can you please get a cup? You can visit the hospital. Can't you? You. Taas na. Okay? Mga siya mga question tags. Another one. I am beautiful. Am I not? Am I not? That is a question tag. Okay? So again, for rising, falling intonation, we use that one for declarative sentences, command, and questions that are not answerable by yes or no. Okay? For rising intonation, We use that one for questions that are answerable by yes or no, and for question tags. Okay, got it? Got it, children? All right, so let's proceed to vocal delivery. Okay, so vocal delivery refers to the use of the voice to convey a message. It involve it involve a lot of elements. Pitch, pitch. Hindi na siya peach. Sorry. It's pitch. Pitch, volume, rate, and pauses. Okay? So naaang we have the highness and lowness of the voice. We also have the softness and loudness of the voice, and the rate, that is the speed, ang kapaspason, and the pauses, okay, the phrasing of the delivery, I mean the message delivery. Okay, so let's have this one. What is pitch? That is the tone of, or the sounds, the tone of sounds, okay, from high or low, or shrill or deep. Okay, so it is used to achieve intonation patterns, which you have learned in the previous lesson. Katong pattern, atong intonation. So volume, that is the fullness or power of the sound, ranging from loud to soft. My voice is usually, ano yan, yung voice ko is soft. Okay? I do not have a loud texture voice. Nang yun ang mga dagko kag tingog, no? Ha? Di mo siya di siya saba. Okay? It's not saba. It's dako. Sa kadako sa tingog. Okay? So that's volume. Rate the speed of the words that are spoken, and the slowness and the fastness. Fastness. Okay? And pause is a temporary stop or hesitation while delivering a speech. So when you deliver a speech, okay, you have to reinforce your vocal delivery with varying your pitch, varying your volume, and using pauses effectively. This is in order for you to capture the attention of your audience. Kay aron ng imuhang audience maminaw sa imo. Okay? So that's vocal delivery. Dili lang kay nagbasa lang ka. Okay? It has a lot of varying elements when you speak. Okay? Who has experience speaking here? One. I saw one speak in front of an audience. Di ba, Juan? Oh, naghatag na si Juan og message during the Vespers meeting. How about the others? Di ba? Soon, maybe today or maybe before, until today, wala pa mo ka experience nga mag-speak in front of people. But the future is uncertain. Not maybe today, but in the future. Oh, sa school o sa simbahan. Di ba? So, kani si Koan, si Junior, wata ka balo kay Junior. Basin siya ni mag-message sa midweek. Di ba, Junior? Mag-message ka, no? Oh. Mo nang Junior, very important kay natong lesson karon. Magamit kayo ni mo ni labi na pag mag-message ka. Huy, naghatag kaya kag message atong Koan. Katong sa inyong graduation. 'Di ba? Okay, so that's vocal delivery. Next one, the physical delivery. So when we say physical delivery, this refers to the speaker's nonverbal behavior that helps in conveying the message of his or her speech. So this does not include the spoken words, but it, but this pertains to the nonverbal behavior. So that includes your posture. Okay? Posture refers to the position of the body. So when a speaker slouch, it mirrors the speaker's confidence. So kanang naga-slouch while naga-speak or nakadungo permi, nga nagbasa lang sa iyahang gistorya, that is showing a low self-confidence. And when you yourself, when you speaker yourself is not confident with the message that you want to convey to your audience, will also feel that, and they will not have confidence to listen to you, and they will not trust the words that you share to them. Okay, so good posture exudes confidence. So when you speak, yan, do not slouch, stand on both feet, hold your shoulders back, okay? Hold your head up, face front as much as possible. Okay? That's posture ha. Ano jud? Dili kayo mag-anak. Imagine if I am teaching you with a very bad posture. Makon kaya mo? Ma-convince kaya mo sa akong ginatudlo? 'Di ba? So, you may not be teachers in the future, but I know, to become if you complete your studies here in SPAC, okay, soon enough you'll be able to develop that talent, no, kanang magstorya sa atubangan. Okay, part na siya, that is part of SPAC's training. We want a holistic training for everyone. Before, i'm not i'm not I'm very quiet. I'm a very quiet person before. Like, I will not speak to anyone unless they speak to me first. And I will never ever speak in front of a crowd. Kay kulba kayo na. I have a stage fright before. But after I studied here in SPAC, nag-graduate ko sa SPAC, nibaga akong nawong. Not really not really shameless, but it I was able to learn, and build confidence and learn how to speak in front of people. Okay? And I hope that you will have the same experience with me, but I know we have unique learning, we have unique personalities. But one thing is that SPAC will surely let you experience training when it comes to speaking. Okay? So remember this one. Posture exudes confidence. Okay? So bad posture distracts the audience, and it will not it does not convey trust. Dili mo salig ang audience sa imuha kapag nakaslouch ka or wala kay confidence na nagsturya sa imuhang message. Okay? Next one for the physical delivery is the gesture. These refer to the movements of your body that is used to emphasize thoughts or emotions. So, if you want to emphasize power or strength or unity, you can clench your fist. We need unity among diversity. kanang murag kanang imong kanang mga rally or something mang recruit ba nga mulaban sa katarungan. Ipaglaban! Ipaglaban ang hustisya! Siya, clench. Okay? A clench fist signifies strength, power, and unity. Okay? Defiance. No! I will not agree. Sabot? Okay? Thumbs up and a nod show approval. Okay? Okay? Yan. So, another one, a shrug. Yan, shrug. A shrug is done by lifting both shoulders. This indicates, I don't know, lack of knowledge or concern. Are you okay? Okay? Another one, we have raise open palms. It signifies caution. Wait! Or stop. Stop talking. Okay? Another one, we have pointing with index. Okay lang, Jairus, that's fine. Gi-record na ko ni review na to karon para ma-rewatch na ninyo later. Ha? Ayaw ka stress. Okay? Pointing with index finger may emphasize a point in the message. But I'd like to emphasize that love conquers all. Okay? So, gestures are used to catch the audience attention. Okay? Pag stiff lang ka dara sa atubangan, nag-speech ka nya, wala kay lihok-lihok. Kadugayan ng imong audience kay makatulog. That is why gestures are very, 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 very important. Okay? So, just as the voice can be loud or soft, a speaker's gestures can be large or small. So, generally, when there's a large audience, that will need large gesture. So, kung daghan kag audience, people of the Philippines! Kapag gamay lang imong audience, just small ones is good enough. People of the Philippines, please listen. I am encouraging you to unite with all our might. Okay? So, pag daghan ang audience, loud gesture, loud voice. Pag gamay ang audience, small gestures and enough lang, normal lang na voice. Okay? All right. So that's physical delivery. Any more questions? The very important thing about gestures class is to not overdo them. Ayaw sige gesture pod na magsige na lang kag lihok-lihok kada na lang words tagaan nimo og gesture. Ha? Like, the sky is bright, the sun lifts up, and the birds keep singing and singing with the trees dancing. Wala na, dili na na siya, kagani, dili na siya speaking, interpretative dance na na siya. Okay? So, di na siya mao ang ato ang pasabot. So, do not overdo them with gesture. You just use gesture when you want to emphasize something. So, next is facial expressions. This conveys the emotion of the speaker. This includes the movement of the eyes, the eyebrows, eh? Ana, 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 and the lips and the mouth. If you want to, if something, if your message is something about anger, okay, use, make sure your face also shows that emotion. Di kayo ka nag, oh, example, a fire broke out. So, syempre, ikaw, kulbaan na ka. Hindi po mo kag, hala, sunog! Naisunog! Naisunog! Naisunog, te! Naisunog, te! Ha? Naisunog? Wala yun siya ka-emotion. Emotion. Okay? So, di na naisunog! Okay? So, facial expression. A person can convey a lot of emotions using facial expression. This anger, na, or happy, or sad, or confused, na. Okay? So that will, when you show your emotion, that's like a type of food sa audience nimo. That tells everyone around you that something needs to be listened to. Okay, a funny or smiling face reflects discussion of lighter topics. Kung serious na ang inyong discussion, you have to be serious. A serious face shows. All right, so that's physical delivery. Let's have a review again. Sa stress, okay, these are the prosodic features of speech. We have stress, stress, phrasing, intonation, vocal delivery, and physical delivery. All these are features of speech when you speak in front of people. So stress, there's two basic patterns. We have for the nouns, syllabic stress for the nouns when there are two syllables. Stress the first syllable. For the verbs, stress the second syllable. Okay, but if the verb has suffixes like ion, ano pa ba? Ing, pwede na siya. Stress the word, stress the syllable before the suffix. Next is, ano ba yun? Phrasing. Phrasing is the grouping of words into breath units, okay, or thought units. That means if there is already one whole thought, post to that one, okay, or if there is a comma, a semicolon, that signifies a pause or stop. So pause and stop when there's a comma. All right. Next one is intonation. We have rising, falling intonation, and rising intonation. when we use when we have declarative statements or statements that just give information, command sentences, and questions that are not answerable by yes or no, we use the rising, falling intonation. And the other one is the rising intonation. We use that one when we have questions that are answerable by yes or no, and question tags. Okay? Next one, we have vocal delivery. So when we say vocal delivery, it includes the pitch, the volume, the rate, and what else? Ano yun? And the posing. Sali yun sa vocal delivery. So when we say pitch, that is the highness and the lowness, okay, of the voice. And when we say volume, that is the loudness or in the softness of the voice. And then when we say rate, that is the speed of the speaker or the words being spoken. And when we say pausing, that is the 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 breathing, okay, of the speaker. Hinga-hinga ka rin. Yan. And last one is a physical delivery. So when I say physical delivery, that is the non-verbal message. Non-verbal, not spoken, not the words, but the gesture, the facial expression, and ano ba yung isa? The posture. Okay? So that's physical delivery. All is very important when we deliver a message in front of a lot of people. Okay, so that's prosodic features of speech. So review this one. Review these quizzes because dala po nakukuha ko ng inyong exam. Okay, so let's proceed to lesson 2. We will end. I hope we will end by 10:30. Okay? Ito pabutog 11. Okay, para makapahulay na din mo. So, let's talk about the story of Roni Vidias entitled The Centipede. Who has read this story? Raise your hand. Oh, Vanessa have read the story. Good job, Vanessa. Thank you. Who else? Ako lang ba? O si Vanessa? Angela. That's very nice of you, Miss Angela. Good job. Sophia, that's good. Who else? So, if you have read the story, what is the story about? Ma'am, nakabasa na ko pero nakalimot ko, ma'am ba? Kato pa magutong Pasko na ko gibasa? Ala! Sino ang nakaka-remember? Oh, Miss Angela said about 2 siblings. Yes. This is about a sister and a brother and their story of being hostile with each other. Uy, naman diri Sofia, nandri sa kuan. Asa ganito? Tung mag-raise og hand. Nara na sa imuhang Zoom. Nana siya sa imuhang Zoom. Maka-raise kag hands. Tudluan na kanila sa mga classmates. Okay, let's continue. Let's talk about the centipede. Why is this entitled The Centipede? And why do we have 2 siblings here? Okay, let's read. When I saw my sister, Delia, beating my dog with a stick, I felt hate heave like a caged, angry beast in my chest. Laka, nasuko ang author. Sino ba? Who is speaking here? Who is speaking here? We have thus the author, si Ronnie. Okay, si Ronnie ang nagstorya diri. Wait lang. Let's continue. Okay. Out in the sun, the hair of my sister glinted like metal and glinted like metal, and in her brown dress, she looked like a sheathed dagger. When you say sheathed dagger, kanang gipahait na dagger. Kanang ang dagger, when you say dagger, it's a knife used for stabbing. Okay? Yun siya, mura daw kutsilyo na hait ang iyahang igsuon. Yang sister nga si Delia. Biryuk hugged the earth. Biryuk is the dog. Hugged the earth, meaning natumba ang iro. Kay gibunalan ni Delia. Biryuk hugged the earth, screamed, but I could not bound forward nor cry out to my sister. Dili siya kasuko, dili siya makasuko sa iyang sister. Or dili man lang siya maka plead for the life of Biryuk, the dog. Why? Because she had a weak heart. And she must not be surprised. Once na ay sakit sa kasing-kasing ang tao, dili dapat siya na masubrahan sa emotion. So, dili dapat siya masubrahan sa kalipay, dili dapat siya masubrahan sa kalagot, or dili dapat siya makuratan. Okay? Or else, atakihon siya sa heart. So, Ronnie, the little boy, have to held himself back. Dili dapat siya mutingog. And his throat swelled, and he felt hate rear and plunge into its cage of ribs. Ano na siya? Ano na yun siya? Siya mahimo. Ronnie continued. I was 13 when my father first took me hunting. All through summer of that year, I had tramped alone and unarmed the fields and forest around our farm. Then one afternoon, in late July, my father told me to use his shotgun. Agoy. All right? Who has seen a gun here? I have seen once, and I have hold a gun once, and it is very very heavy. Gamay lang gud to. Pistol lang to siya. Gamay kaayo. So when you say shotgun, that is a long gun. 'Di ba? Tama ba? Medyo ano na siya nga baril. Dako. So bugat kayo si Juan man nakakita na daw. Anyway, beyond the Ipil Grove, kabalo ng ipil na puno, search that one and you will know what it looks like. Beyond the Ipil Grove, in a grass field with spotted in a grass field, we spotted a covey of brown pigeons. When you say pigeon, that is a bird. Okay? In the open, they kept springing to the air and gliding away every time we were within range. But finally, they dropped to the ground and inside a wedge of guava trees. My father pressed my shoulder and I stopped. Then slowly, in a half crouch, we advanced. The breeze rose slightly. The grass scuffed against my bare legs, and my father stopped again. He knelt down and held my hand. Wait for the birds to rise and then fire, he whispered. I pushed the safety lever of the rifle off and sighted along the barrel. The the saddle of the stock felt greasy on my cheek. The gun was heavy, and my arm muscles twitched. Bugat kay na siya. Basta shotgun. Okay? My mouth was dry. I felt vaguely sick. I wanted to sit down. And then his father said, "You forgot to spit. Pangluwa. Pangluwa sa daw." Ano yung papa? Father told me that hunters always spat for luck before firing. Ano rin na? So, in order to have a good luck for hunting, before ka mo fire sa gun, okay? Before ka mo baril, mangluwa sa daw ka. That's how hunters are. Okay? So, Ronnie, the little boy, I spat and I saw the breeze bend the ragged, glassy thread of spittle towards the bird. That's good, father said. Can't we throw a stone? I whispered fiercely. It's taking them a long time. No, you have to wait. Suddenly, a small dog yelping shrilly came tearing across the brooding plain of grass and small trees. Ooh, na-disturb ang mga birds. It raced across the plain in long sluice swoops on an outraged shanks that disappeared and flashed alternately in the light of the cloud-banked sun. And then, na-disturb ang mga birds sa iro, one of the birds whistled, and the covey dispersed like seeds thrown in the wind. Naglupad na ang mga birds. Okay? Na-disturb sa iro. So, Ronnie, ready to fire? He fired. I fired, and my body shook with the fierce momentarily life of the rifle. Pak! Bugat kayo ang baril. Mas bugat pa dyan na siya pag mag-fire na ka. Pag fire, there's this, um, kanagong murakag maana ba? Inertia, energy nga mabalik sa imuha. Okay? Ronnie saw 3 pigeons flutter in a last convulsive effort to stay afloat, then fall to the ground. The shot did not scare the dog. He came to us, siya, sniffing cautiously. He circled around us until I snapped my fingers, and then he came me. He came to me. Oh. So wala na daw ang iro sa ilaha. Niduol pa. Okay? Not bad, my father said, grinning. Katulog siya, nakay ko siya tulo ka birds. 3 birds with 1 tube. Okay, that's what father said. So I went to the brush to get the birds. The dog ambled after me. He found the birds for me. The breast of one of the birds was torn. The bird had fallen on a spot where the earth was worn bare, and its blood was spread like a tiny red rag. And the dog scraped the blood with his tongue. Gitilap. Sa iro ang dugo sa langgam. I picked up the birds, and its warm, mangled flesh clung to the palm of my hand. You're keen, I said to the dog. Here, come here. I offered him my bloody palm, and he came to me and licked my palm clean. I gave the birds to my father. May I keep him, father? I said, pointing to the dog. He put the birds in a leather bag, which he carried strapped around his waist. And father looked at me a minute and then said, well, I'm not sure. That dog belongs to somebody. But then the boy pursued. Like keep him until his owner comes for him? And father said, make a good pointer, but I would not like my son to be accused of dog stealing. Oh no, Ronnie said quickly. I shall return him when the owner comes to claim him. All right, his father said. I hope that dog makes a hunter out of you. So that's how Beryuk the dog and Ronnie became fast friends. And every afternoon after school, they will go to the field to chase quails or the bank of the river, which was fenced by tall, blade-sharp reeds to flash snipes. And father was away most of the time, but when he was home, he hunted with us. So Beryuk became Ronnie's best friend. Okay? However, this thing happened. His sister was beating Beryuk, and Beryuk scampered off, and his sister flung the stick at him. And then she turned about and she saw Ronnie. Morning angga ni Ronnie. Eddie, come here. Anayang sister. I approached with apprehension. With apprehension meaning with anger. Okay? Slowly, almost carefully, she reached out, she reached over and twisted my ear. Ano dayon si Delia. I don't want to see that dog again in the house, she said coldly. That dog destroyed my slippers again. I'll tell Berta to kill the dog if I see it around again. She clenched one side of my face with her hot, moist hand and shoved me roughly. Gana dayon. Gana. Maldita kay si Delia. I tumbled to the ground, but I did not cry or protest. Mali. But I did not cry or protest. I had passed that phase. Now, every word and gesture she hurled at me, I caught and fed to my growing and restless hate. My sister was the meanest creature I knew. Sorry. She was 8 when I was born, the day my mother died. Although we continued to live in the same house, she had gone, it seemed, to another country from where she looked at me with increasing annoyance and contempt. My first solid memories was of standing before a grass hut. Its dirt floor was covered with banana white stalks, and there was a small box filled with crushed and dismembered flowers in one corner. A doll was cradled in the box. It was my sister's playhouse, and I remembered she told me to keep out of it. She was not around, so I went in. The fresh banana hides were cold under my feet. The interior of the hut was rife with the sour smell of damp dead grass. Against the flowers, the doll looked incredibly heavy. I picked it up. It was light, but it had hard, unflexing limbs. I tried to bend one of the legs, and it snapped. I stared with horror at the hollow tube that was the leg of the doll. Then I saw my sister coming. I hid the leg under one of the banana pelts. She was running, and I knew she was furious. The walls of the hut suddenly constricted me. I felt sick with a nameless pain, and my sister snatched the doll from me, and when she saw the torn leg, she gasped. Yan imong hinabtan ako doll. She pushed me hard, and I crashed against the hut. The flimsy wall collapsed over me. Tumba ang balay-balay. I heard my sister screaming. She denounced me in a high, wild voice, and my body ached with fear. She seized one of the saplings that held up the hut, Katong kuan, kanang, sa tawag na kanang stick sa ano ba, gikan sa saging, mahimo nga stick ka niya, haba na. And, gamit to ni Delia, o iyahang gibunalan iyahang manghod. He hit me again and again until the flesh of my back and thighs sang with pain. Then suddenly my sister moaned. "Ah!" She stiffened, and then the sapling fell from her hand quietly, as though a sling were lowering her. She sank to the ground. Yataki iyahang ate. Her eyes are wild as scud, and on the edges of her lips, drawn tight over her teeth, quivered a wide lace of froth. I ran to the house yelling for her father. So, gyataki iyahang ate sa kasuko. She came back from the hospital in the city, pale and quiet and mean, drained, it seemed, of all emotions. Ano na lang yung ate? Ay, kaloy pala niya eh. She moved and acted with the keen perversity and deceptive dullness of a sheathed knife, concealing in her body that awful power for inspiring fear and pain and hate, not always with its drawn blade, but only with its fearful shape, defined by the sheath as her meanness was defined by her body. Nothing I did ever pleased her. She destroyed willfully anything I like. At first, I took it as a process of adaptation, a step of adjustment. I snatched and crushed every seed of anger she planted in me, but later on I realized that it had become a habit with her. I did not say anything when she told Berta to kill my monkey because it snickered at her one morning while she was brushing her teeth. I did not say anything when she told father that she did not like my pigeon house because it stank. I think this word is stink. Baho. Siya ganahan sa pigeon house ni Eddie kay baho daw. And I had to give away my pigeons, and Berto had to chop the house into kindling wood. I learned how to hold myself because I knew we had to put up with her whims to keep her calm and quiet. But when she dumped my butterflies into a waste can and burned them in the backyard, I realized that she was spiting me. Ginakuha siya sa iyang ate. I said, spiting. Yung gara-gara nga na kasuko. Na ba? So, when that happened, when Delia was hitting Beryuk, murag nakuan dito Ronnie, si Eddie. Nag-snap tanan niyang kasuko nga iyahang gitaguan sa iyahang kasing-kasing. Murag ng gawas. Napuno siya. Napuno na jud siya. So, I ran after Beryuk, Ronnie said. He had fled to the brambles. I ran after him, bugling his name. I found him under a low, shriveled bush. I called him, and he only whimpered. Then I saw that one of his eyes was bleeding. I sat on the ground and looked closer. The eye had been pursed. The stick of my sister had stabbed the eye of my dog. I was stunned. For a long time, I sat motionless, staring at Beryuk. Then I felt hate couch. It paused, dug hard into the floor of its cage sa iyang heart. It bunched yung muscles tense. Naglagot na jud siya. And I screamed. Ah! I cannot scream here. Beryuk, frightened, yelped and fled. Sa hanlok ni Beryuk sa siyang owner ni Dagan si Beryuk, rattling the dead bush that sheltered him. I did not run after Beryuk. A large hawk wheeled gracefully above a group of birds. It flew in a tightening spiral above the birds. And on his way back to the house, he passed a woodshed and he saw Berto in the shade of a tree, splitting wood. He was splitting the wood he had stacked last year, and a mound of bone white slats was piled near his chopping block when he saw Eddie. He stopped and called, "Uy, nako hatag sa imuha," ana si Berto. He dropped his axe and walked into the woodshed. Okay, and then Eddie followed Berto, and Berto went into a corner of the shed and saw a jute sack spread on the ground. Gikuha to ni Berto ang sako, and then said to look. I approached, Eddie said. Pinned to the ground by a piece of wood was a big centipede. Kisa na nakakita og centipede diri. Older si sister. 8 years. 8 years before na anak si Ronnie. So older sister. Unsay me? No sa mo Jairus ug Jimmer. Me mo dala. Okay? So, nakita sila og dako nga centipede. Berto said, I found him under the stack I chopped. Katong gipang-chop nga wood ni Berto, na dito ang nagtago ang centipede. You know, he said, that son of a devil nearly frightened me to death. Ana si Berto. I stiffened. Naay na huna-hunaan si Eddie. Did it? Really? I said, trying to control my rising voice. And Berto was still grinning. And I felt hot all over. Ana din si Berto. Wala daw siya nag-expect na na-centipede dito. It nearly bit me. Who wouldn't get shocked? He bent and picked up a piece of wood. This wood was here, he said, and put down the block. Then I picked it up like this, and this centipede was coiled here. Right here, I nearly touched it with my hand. And what do you think it would feel? Diba? Kung man na kanang gahi man na ang bugnaw ilahang body. So, napatay ni Berto ang centipede. Karon gipangayo ni Eddie ang patay nga centipede. Ay, wala day. Ay, si Berto. I did not kill him because I knew you would like it. Okay. So, gikuha to ni Eddie took the centipede, but it was already dead. Okay. And he had this idea to scare her sister because of what his sister did to him. Wala siya ang nahitabo. Karon iyahang gipakutan iyahang sister. And remember that his sister has a weak heart. Na hospital na biya last and sister. And when he successfully scared his sister. Ana din niya sister. You did it. You tried to kill me. Your health, life, you tried. And then, namatay iyahang sister. And suddenly, Ronnie was engulfed with feeling of pity and guilt. But it's dead. Look, it's dead. The centipede is dead. Pati iyang sister kay dead na pud. But my sister, did not move. I held the centipede before her like a hunter, displaying the tail of a deer, save that the centipede felt thorny in my hand. So that's the end of the story. Again, who is speaking in the story? We have Ronnie or Eddie, okay, the speaker, the author. And he is a little boy who who is, angry towards his sister. What is their relationship? Ano ba yung relationship nila? Do they have a loving relationship? What do you think? Um, Mag-unmute ko sa inyo ha, so that you can speak. Ayan. Okay, ano ba? Ano bang yung relationship nila?
Not really good, Mom. Not really good. Plus,
They have a hate
plus
revenge kind of relationship.
hatred on each other.
Yes, that
They
is.
have hatred on each other.
Do you think Miss when I ask someone here, Miss Christine Mercado, do you think the girl's condition was enough reason for the boy to be silent and just accept what she does? Enough na ba nga naa siya sakit sa kasing-kasing nga dili na lang mo tingog ang manghod niya?
Di man ang reason
And
na.
every time she do something, Miss Christine? Sinakatulog ni si. Oh, I'd like to ask Gabriel. Cadiz. Mr. Gabriel.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Answer number 3. Do you think it was enough reason nga na siya sakit sa kasing-kasing for the boy to be silent and just accept with everything that she do?
No.
Why? Bakit? Bakit dito siya enough na reason?
I don't.
Ha? Ano, I don't know man. Why is it not enough reason for you? If you put on, if you were in the boy's shoes, okay? Gabriel, if you were if ikaw to si Eddie, nya imong ate kay naay sakit sa kasing-kasing nya ginakuan ka sa imong ate, sa bully. Pero tanan nga kanang ganahan nimo kay ginaguba niya. Duwato na ba na nimo? Ha? Oh, you just answer that one ha sa canvas. It's already there. Next question. What do you think is the cause of the girl's seeming hatred for her brother? Ganong suko kay siya sa iyahang manghod? What do you think? Miss Cindy. Miss Cindy, why do you think Delia has so much hatred towards Eddie? Hello, Cindy? Cindy, hello? Are you still there, class?
Yes, Mom.
All right. Ngano kaya Cindy nga suko kaayo si Delia sa iyahang manghod? Is anyone? How about Barry? Barry, hello? Wala si Barry. Okay, Sophia.
The reason why the reason why the sister hated his brother is because she blamed his brother for for their mother's death after giving birth to him.
That would be the answer. That would be one of the reasons. Good job, Sophia. Gabi ka na siya nga analysis. Pwede. Who else? Jairus. Jai. Who else would like to share their answer? Angela. Nganong suko jud kaayo mo gyud ang pinakadako nga pangutana ba? Nganong suko mo jud kaayo siya sa iyang manghod?
Because yung nasira niya yung doll ng sister niya.
Somehow. Thank you so much, Angela. Well, yeah, somehow. That was one of the reasons. But the very reason, class, is that because her brother was healthy. Kana lang. It's because her brother was able to do a lot of things because he is healthy. Look at this this part. Before siya namatay, you did it, Ana Sidalia. You tried to kill me. You've health. You have health. You have life. You tried before siya namatay. So this is a very crucial part of the story. This will tell us why does she hate his brother? Para kay Delia, murag giagaw sa iyang manghod ang life na unta na apod siya. Okay? So you might cite that part to prove the story. To prove that the girls hate his brother because of that reason. Wala siya. Okay ra. Nag-brown out ila Zia. Okay. All right. So the result of his revenge. Did he like it? You know, suko na gid kayo siya sa iyang sister ba? Okay. However, at the end, when he was able to perform his revenge, what happened?
He felt guilt and pity.
Yes. It did not him anything good. He only felt guilty. Naulaw siya sa iyang gihimo. If kindness were present in both the boy and the girl, will the end of their story still the same? I bet it's not the same. Lisod kay na siya. Okay? It's a very, very difficult story because they were both children. However, wala mo gud siguro sila wala kayo nagkuan sila ba nag-guide all throughout the story. Their father wasn't able to know their situation, or if his father knew what would be happening, maybe ipasagdan mo silang duha. But what happened leads to the death of Delia. So that's a story about, and mag-answer mo sa mga questions sa exam. Answer na po ninyo ni nga questions sa exam. Balik ko na ni and duwagan lang siya gamay. Okay, so that's our review. Any questions so far? Prosodic features of speech and the centipede. Any question?
None,
Oh,
ma'am.
none. All right. So let's end our review now. Thank you so much for your participation, class, and thank you for attending our review today. I hope you will get a high score since we only have 2 lessons for you to master or to review for the following for your exam, this fourth grading. And after the fourth grading period, it will be the end of your first semester for the school year 2020-2021. Yay! Manajud mo. Next semester, you will have new subjects and you will have new opportunities to learn. And I guess, mga bago na pud nga, bago nga account sa Canvas or bago na mga lesson. Kay ba, lahi naman na mga subjects. Okay? So, expect that by the next month, you'll have your first to fourth grading grade. All right? Okay, so after this, Uranus, you may you may PM me for your grade, ha? Okay, goodbye, everyone. Thank you. See you.
Bye, ma'am. Happy New
Bye-bye.
Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye-bye.
Congratulations. Congratulations sa katong nagkumpleto silang Canvas. Dagko kay mo grado.
Bye,
As
ma'am.
in. Congrats. Bye.